Native who has previously worked as a content creator and curator for Storm Technologies, a copywriter for New Works Interactive Labs, and now as a full-time writer for E27. He is also a published op-ed contributing writer, a poet, a touring spoken word artist who has performed in over 15 cities around the Philippines. He has been invited to perform and speak for TEDx University of San Carlos in Cebu and TEDx Rojas City in Davao in 2018. He was also accepted as a poetry fellow for two National Writers Workshops in 2018 and 2019. His op-ed articles have appeared in Rappler, Scout, and Inspire, while six of his poems are part of the 12th edition of Likhaan, the Journal of Contemporary Literature by the UP Press. By day, he writes news and feature articles for E27, and by night, he performs original poems at spoken word events. So night naman na. Baka mag-write pa siya ng news eh. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Alfonso Manalastas.
Just to be clear, I didn't say that. We just did that. Okay. Hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm really late. I came from Commonwealth, and I'm just gonna tell this funny story since we're here. In celebration of storytelling, anyway. So my bank account isn't working, and so I was supposed to get an angkas to get here. So I was like, I can leave at 3. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get there by 4. And then no, I didn't have enough money for angkas, so I commuted. And so here I am, 10 or 15 minutes late from my set. So thank you for having me anyway, and thank you for being so kind and so pleasant. And despite the fact that I came late, the first thing that you guys asked me was, do you need water? So I really appreciated that. So once again, I'm Alfonso Manalastas. I write and I perform. But I'm gonna make this quick because I realize that you guys need to do the wording afterwards. Oh, okay. You're done with the wording. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna be here all night. I'm kidding. Sorry. Okay. So one of my favorite quotes from anyone is from a writer and cultural critic. Her name is Conchitina Cruz. She's a professor in UP right now. She's one of my favorite contemporary poets. And then she once said in an interview that that literature is not by default a site of resistance. That just like anything, literature can be a site of oppression as well. And so we must actively use it as an instrument to resist if you want to make it a site of resistance. And so this is why a lot of the things I write about tend to try to talk about social political things, things that I feel strongly about. Which is why for my first poem, although this one isn't particularly social political, I feel like it has some important message. The first 2 poems will be interweaved. They are 2 different poems. But because I've been writing the series of poems about family that I feel have some lesson in them, I've decided to perform for my first 2 pieces as one long piece. The titles of these pieces are Heritage and Milagros Agusan River. I hope you guys like it. A little backgrounder, by the way. I'm originally from Butuan City, so in the middle of the city, there's a river that cuts right in between, which is called the Agusan River. And that's I guess to give it a little context for the second piece. Once again, Heritage and Milagros Agusan River. Mother is an artist, spits paint on canvas from her waxed lips and mosaic heart, builds entire rose gardens from scratch by way of brush strokes. She knew how to grow a flower long before she discovered soil, nurture. His imagination was a steady hand. Sprouts but never withers, blossoms but never wilts. Mother, she strokes my hair with the same hand, the same earnestness, puts me to sleep with a brand new rose garden to dream of. A new dirt, nurse, and embellish, and I am no work of art. Father is an artist, spills music across the living room floor like welcome floodwater. A tall glass of Motown and French jazz. Drop a needle to a spinning record and the ghost of the late Sinatra ruptures, ravages, before it softly trickles out. There's humming and whistling and a dead American wailing from a turntable troop that must lead back to the ocean father. He baptizes me with the drowning of an old song, every melody a new religion, a rebirth, and I am no work of art. I call my two elder siblings the first and second prototypes. One was forged in a house fire, another in brimstone, and I am a microwavable good, which is to say I am muted and bleached and good, hands heavy with pristine precision. I am still being rewritten as we speak. And what is to rewrite but to erase? To backpedal and delete components until the right ones stagger to their places. Mortal as all things pulsating, all things scientific, I will sprout and I will wither, I will blossom and I will wilt. Music is liquid and lingual, therefore the silence of a parched throat means drought, means thirsty. Decades from now, when half the earth has evaporated bone dry, Mother's gardens will still sit in all the rooms of my suburban home. Father's music, damp and humid, still echoing from some ocean many miles away. And in a corner of a room, the ink drips steady, foaming at the mouth of a boy learning how to speak. In 1944, my ancestors, a family of 14, survived the Japanese occupation inside a ramshackle boat built by the hands of my great-grandfather. Dressed from top to bottom in seaweed, dead leaves and plastic, they floated along a Gusan River inside a pile of garbage, past the watchful eyes of the Japanese forces that scoured and illuminated like lighthouses in the dark. The local townsfolk, they called it Noah's Ark. They didn't realize that Noah launched a ship that only sailed through 40 days and 40 nights. The Titanic didn't even stand a chance against a giant ice cube sitting in the middle of the open sea. But my ancestors survived gunpowder and steel inside nothing but a small boat. Imagine an entire family, trees and driftwood, uprooted from the earth, floating along the streams of Agusan River, dead tree branches and all except this was very much alive. My grandmother, Milagros, named after the word miracles, is one of 12 children, one of 10 daughters. There is a running joke in my family about how every time we bring her chocolate presents during holidays, she often asks if they're American, as if to say she is only to consume food brought to her plate by those that ended her oppression. I hadn't been born yet when my grandmother was diagnosed with depression. The first time I heard the story, I'm not sure I believed it or cared. All I know is every time we finish a conversation, I always come out drenched and gasping for air. I hadn't been born yet when my grandmother lifted her shriveled body with a sour taste of pain-killing drugs still in her mouth. When she decided to jump off the Magsaysay Bridge straight into the Agusan River, I wonder if she remembered how that exact same water was once her savior. I do not blame her. I wonder if she remembered the face of the banquero that dragged her drowning body out of the water, if she thanked him or cursed him, if she still thanks him or still curses him. My grandmother, Milagros, named after the word miracles, is one of 12 children, one of 10 daughters, one of 14 who survived the Japanese occupation inside a ramshackle boat built by the hands of my great-grandfather. She's the oldest living survivor of the 14. She's one of the few people to ever jump off the Magsaysay Bridge. She is one of the even fewer to survive. She is miracle incarnate. Ancient scripture tells the story of how Christ once walked on water. We called it a miracle. Well, my grandmother didn't just walk on water. She danced on it twice in one lifetime and survived both times. No blisters or battle scars to prove them, only the ripples on her skin and the waves of her hair. I dipped my body into the water long enough to watch my hands transform into hers. And then I understand. It takes drowning to know what survival looks like. My grandmother, Milagros, is 89 years old. She's the oldest living survivor of the 14. The Japanese forces have already fled. It's been ages since the doctor's order has released her from medication, but sometimes, when I hold her withered hands, she still looks at me as though the sound of running water makes her shiver. When I hold her withered hands, I feel the pulse in her veins flow as rivers do. My grandmother is a body of water, and her story is a puddle I am still learning not to drown in. Thank you. Yeah, so those are pretty personal poems.